we have our guest is taking his meds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did we start?
Oh, we started.
Oh, cool. All right.
You didn't hear my amazing clap?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Hell yeah.
You can. Let's all clap for Wes
For taking his meds.
for taking his meds. Those pants deserve a clap.
Pants are nice. I've seen you rocking those pants, dude.
Yeah,
Thanks.
dude.
Can I explain
Yes.
the pants?
Yeah, of course
Explain
you
the
can.
pants.
Explain who you are first.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'm bad at icebergs. I'm Wes. I'm Wes McGehee. I'm from North Carolina, right?
Nice.
This actually might help you guys learn a little bit more about me. I moved up here for grad school, really grad school. But I just wanted to get out of North Carolina to do comedy somewhere else because I've been doing it like 6 years by this point. And fucking past 3 years, most stressful years of my life.
Uh-huh.
Most stressful years of my life, right? And I'll just skip forward to this. I was dating a girl for about a year, like on and off,
Uh-huh.
and she put these pants on me one night, and she goes, "You should wear bell bottoms." And I always had it in the back of my head, right? And then this past April, she broke up with me, and I fucking spiraled hard, dude. I was drinking a lot,
Yeah.
you know, and I ended up having I went to like a doctor's appointment for like just like a checkup. And out of like nowhere, I was like, oh, by the way, I can't touch my lower back. Like if I touch my lower back, I'm going to jump out of the seat. And they went, what? And then they touched it and I fucking, nearly jumped off the table.
Yeah.
And so they sent me to a physical therapist. I go to the physical therapist. Within 5 minutes of me being there, they go, you have to go to the emergency room. I go, what? And they go, yeah, you might have like a fracture in your spine.
What, dude?
Yeah.
Spinal.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So then I go to the emergency room. I'm in the hospital for 5 days. They're trying to figure out what's wrong with me. They, oh, by the way, I probably shouldn't say this. Cut this. But, don't cut it.
We don't edit this
I was
podcast.
taking...
Anything he says, don't cut it.
yeah. I was taking edibles the whole time I was in the hospital. I was just fucking,
Yeah.
You wanted to cut that?
I think you're fine.
I think you're good.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, I was having a good time.
Yeah.
And they told me I have something called small fiber neuropathy.
Say it again.
Small fiber neuropathy.
Small
right?
fiber neuropathy.
So essentially what that means is like, say I had an ice cube, and I put that ice cube right here on my leg. I'd be like, this is cold. And I take that same ice cube and I put it right here on this leg, and I'd be like, I can't really feel it. Right? So that's just across my entire body. Is some of my nerves are damaged and some are not.
Oh, nice.
Right.
I mean,
So-
not cool, but like you can.
Yeah, no, it is pretty nice.
Actually, there are applications where it could be kind of nice.
Yeah.
I don't
like
know. Nerve
sex.
damage is punk rock.
Sex, yeah, sex is not. It would be cool for
I
sex.
last so long during sex.
Do you have it in your
I can't
dick?
feel it, yeah.
Well, that sucks, dude.
He needs you to touch the small of his back to come.
Yeah.
I will tell you what. If I had like nerve damage in my dick, I would like make people think I was a superhero. I'd be like, yeah, shoot it. I don't care. Fucking stab it, dude. I'm invincible.
So, all right. So you wear the pants because bell bottoms make you feel.
So,
okay.
Well, you
They
forget
take
this-
away the pain?
A lady put it on him. Anyway, go on.
So, I get diagnosed. I get out of the hospital, right? I don't know if it was being in the hospital for 5 days or the edibles, but I had a renewed perception about life. And I went, I'm gonna go live my best life tonight, right? So I go out to a bar. I meet a lady. End up getting laid, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Go on.
Like a rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I
What do
wake
you
up.
mean by that? What is laid?
Laid is
No, I'm kidding. Don't go into it. What position did you guys do? Was she on top or
Don't
you
go
on
into
the
it.
bottom?
missionary. I'm a respectful
Was it
guy.
missionary?
Yeah.
Missionary's
Yeah.
nice.
I don't
Was
quite
she
remember.
hot or was she a dog?
This is the problem. I don't quite remember what she looked like. I remember she was in her mid-30s,
But
right?
you remember how she made you
Nice.
feel.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah. Because I do remember how she made me feel. The next morning I wake up, she was gone, right? My wallet was gone.
Oh, really?
My phone was gone.
Oh
I bet that
my
grip was
God,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah. By the way,
That
didn't
klepto
finish.
grip?
Didn't finish during the
finish
yeah.
at all.
Yeah. So I got fucking I got robbed to edge, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool,
Yeah.
right?
This has just been the saddest, longest story
I
ever.
know, yeah.
so
it gets
far.
there. It gets to the point, right?
All right.
So that happens. That happens. My mom's in town. She cusses me out.
Yeah?
Yeah. I end up getting a new phone.
Normally, when I tell somebody why I'm wearing the pants I'm wearing, I start with I opened the drawer that they were in. I put my
I
left leg
immediately
in.
cow and I go, they were cheap at Target. Somebody gave them to me, dude. I'm
a
out
great
of
story.
clean
It's a-
laundry.
No.
It's
I'm
good.
with
Yeah.
you on this
This is
journey. I
like
want to
some
hear it.
Jack Kerouac
it's
shit.
yeah, it's a crazy story. So fucking, I get a new phone. It fucking 2 days goes by. I get a new phone. This is a Tuesday, right? And right, and I open my phone, and what this person didn't realize was that I had like what is it called, like photo location, right? So like whenever I take a photo, it just says the location of it, and this person gave the phone to either like their younger sibling or like somebody, like some young sister or something like that. So there was just like 12 pictures of a young black girl's face in Milwaukee.
Wow.
Yeah, on my iCloud.
Yeah.
So I got them.
What do you mean?
You didn't delete them?
I got like 12 like random pictures
You know.
of a girl.
Yeah, you know where they are.
Yeah. And I got them, but like, Chicago police, they got more reported stuff going on,
And then on jurisdiction in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a federal case, actually.
Calling the National Guard.
Yeah, so she stole upwards about... Oh, there was also a picture of my social security number, so she got that too. So it was about like $4,000 overall.
Oh my God!
That she
dude.
got from me.
And
yeah.
you didn't bust.
And I didn't bust.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's the real
Haven't
crime.
busted to this day. No. No.
I would
so-
actually. I would probably have PTSD about busting it all if that happened to me.
Yeah.
So check this out, right? That's Tuesday I found this out.
Uh huh.
The next Wednesday, I have to grade 180 papers.
Oh right, because you're a professor.
Yeah. Well,
That blows my mind. by the
technically
way.
a professor.
Technically a
Yeah.
professor. okay.
Yeah. I'm a lecturer, right? And so I haven't been able to grade because I've been in the hospital, and I've been edging all weekend, and I have 180 papers due by midnight. I wake up Wednesday morning and my legs just start shaking, like uncontrollably shaking, right? And I have to go back to the hospital. I'm in the hospital again for 3 days.
Damn.
Yeah.
They
Wow,
tell me
damn.
this was a crazy hospital experience. They wouldn't let me go once they figured out what it was. They wanted me to stay for 2 more days. And I'll get to that point. Anyways, so they tell me I have this something called a functional neurological disorder, right? Which manifests as like seizures, like while I'm awake, and severe like physical pain, even if like nothing's wrong with me, right?
Right.
So I couldn't stand on my foot even though there's nothing wrong with my foot.
You were just you were just in the hospital.
Yeah,
and then
this
I
is
saw you.
recent, yeah.
I remember I was telling Zach, I was like, he was in the hospital. I saw him like, and then and after I saw you, you were like back in the hospital.
He put me back in.
Yeah.
And they prescribed you bell bottoms?
So
You walked into TJ Maxx, you're like, I have a doctor's note.
These are the only pants with enough room to let his legs shake.
yeah, fucking insurance doesn't cover it though. Yeah.
They were regular pants when he got them. But he just been shaking them.
You widened out the bottoms of them.
So I get out of the hospital.
Bell's palsy bottoms. Okay, sorry, go on.
I get out of the hospital and they tell me I have complex PTSD. So I go, I gotta find ways to chill out. Right. The first was Valium. So I'm on Valium every day.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also on muscle relaxers every day.
That's
Okay.
nice.
I'm also on Vyvanse every day.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you've got the full experience.
That's
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
So
I
those
also-
cancel each other out.
Yeah. I have to take if the fucking physical therapy's too hard, I have to take painkillers. Right. So
Okay.
I'm like,
You're on drugs.
yeah, I'm on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm functioning.
Yeah.
Movies are probably awesome for you right now.
Dude, I saw Phoenician Scheme last night.
Yeah. You thought it was
Fucking-
happening to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Phoenician Scheme. I relapsed on cigarettes.
Oh, because of all the smoking in the movie? Oh, damn.
Yeah. So
I gotta watch that.
I have to wear comfortable things. I have to calm myself out. But I feel like somebody came up to me at a club, or like a comedy club, and they were like, "Dude, I wouldn't have the confidence to wear those pants in public."
Yeah.
And I went, "I don't."
You're just out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
You're
My brain
completely
is
sedated.
my brain's fucked up.
I'm on a cocktail of pills right now, dude.
And I'm drinking like
I would have
fucking.
slapped him in the face, dude.
I will say that is
That is a crazy thing to
perhaps
say
the
to somebody.
only that's the acceptable explanation for wearing those pants.
Yeah.
That might be the only thing I would have taken.
Oh,
honestly.
also, I have a
Quincy,
fucking
come here.
Quincy, get out of there.
Quincy, I have an anal fissure. You guys know what an anal fissure is?
Yeah, I know what that
yeah,
is.
Denim
Little-
sounds bad
The
again.
little guy who fishes in Uranus. Sorry.
Yeah, his name's what is it? Mark.
Quincy.
Mark.
That's Quincy.
Quincy, come here.
Quincy
It was a
stuff
Bible joke.
smells
It was
the
a bad
fisher.
Bible joke.
Quincy.
Quincy's trying
Don't
to
let her
detect.
knock
She's like, "There's
porch,
somebody
watch
else in
porch."
heat around here. Who is it?"
Oh my gosh.
So
All right.
An anal fissure. How does that? What is that?
Quincy was
it
like, that story is
basically-
too long. I gotta. She's like,
guy's
get to
rambling.
the point, dude.
Yeah, I have an anal fissure. So it's basically you get too constipated and then it rips your asshole up. Right?
Yeah. Cool.
Right? Because your fucking
What?
shit, your
Of
shit,
course.
your shit is too
and
hard.
you're constipated because
Yeah.
of the pills.
No, this is before. This is just a
You're
bad
eating,
diet.
like, cheese,
This is because
yeah.
I eat like a divorced dad.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to the emergency room.
No, so this is what I have to do every morning. I have to.
That's why the pants are brown.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I have to put on a glove, and then I have to put.
Oh no.
yeah.
No, no,
I have
no.
to put about an inch worth of gel on my finger,
Wow.
and then stick my finger in my ass, and then rotate it 180 degrees.
Damn.
This
dude.
is insane. This
Yeah.
is this is my favorite part of the story.
Yeah,
so
and
far.
that's the pants.
You have to like.
Okay. Okay.
So
Damn.
wait,
Okay.
Wes, you have to manually shit.
No. I have to
He has to
I have to
pull it
manually
out
stick
of
a
his
finger
own
in my ass
asshole.
to like.
Yeah.
Do I have to? We all manually shit. What do you mean?
I do that too. I call it preventative
This
care.
is like stick shift shitting. Okay, like
Yeah. This is
I drive stick.
Yeah, dude, I'm stalling out.
yeah, like when I shit, it's like the body. All I have to do, like the body takes over after a while. I'm
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
not massaging it out of my body.
I think there's probably been something wrong with my asshole my entire life, but I'm not gonna go to a doctor about it.
Yeah.
I just fucking do what a man does and pretend it doesn't exist.
Dude, I tried.
Ben,
Didn't we talk about this last
We
episode?
know how you treat your asshole, and it's fucking crazy.
How do you treat your asshole?
He acts like it's not there.
What do you mean?
I clean
That's
it,
what I said.
but I don't like look at it. I don't like take. You know what I mean? I make sure it's clean, and that's it.
Yeah.
No.
I
That's
agree.
what the
Yeah.
dog is for.
Yeah, that's the dog- exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, I went to the breeder. I was like, I need one about this high.
That's okay. So wait, I interrupted you. Go
yeah.
on.
Yeah. So
Is that the
I
end?
squat. I get out of my shower. I squat. I put on a blue rubber glove.
Do you go like this every time? Do you like pull it? And
Yeah,
snap
of course,
it?
dude. I
Just
have
to psych
to.
yourself out.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit?
Dude, I feel like a doctor for a little bit.
Do you ever scroll your phone while you do it?
No,
Like,
dude,
are you
it's-
ever tweeting?
I'm Instagram living.
Yeah.
Your mom FaceTimes you while you're doing it. Dude.
I get embarrassed. I come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to medicate my asshole too.
Damn. Dude.
Yeah, my life is crazy, man.
That's
Crazy.
wild, man. And that's
And I teach at a university.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. You wear tweed jackets.
Yeah.
Hear that, folks?
I,
That's-
do it.
it's insane. I would put the tweed jacket on before I fingered my own ass, just to be like, I still matter.
That's
I
actually
have
what happens.
dignity.
What's
You know?
that fucking movie? That's actually what happens in that Robin Williams fucking Brad Pitt movie. Or not Brad Pitt.
Oh, Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, Good Will Hunting.
Good Will
That's
Hunting?
what he does. Yeah, that's what Robin Williams does every
He goes.
morning.
He sticks his
Oh.
finger and he goes, "It's not your fault." Well, I feel like your rationalization for
Dude,
the
could
pants.
you imagine getting an F from fucking Wes's gloved gel?
Could you
hand?
imagine failing a class and then listening to this podcast and being like, "Oh, this is the guy, dude." I feel like you by that logic, you're like one step away from fingerless gloves.
I might
know?
be on the way, dude.
So wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Okay.
And so, but you're wearing the pants to just like what? Because you started with a lady told you to wear these pants or put these pants on you, and then
Yeah.
you broke up with her. So I'm surprised that you're like
Wearing the pants. Well, I'm taking my power back.
from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
doesn't get to.
Sounds
own
like you're
those
just
things.
listening. To
I
her,
think
but-
it's one of those things. I think men should take their power back. Cut
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I do.
He's
My
right.
uncle used to always
He's
say
right.
sometimes a man needs to feel pretty, and those are words to live by.
It is
No.
true. Sometimes a man does need to feel pretty, but you can't go if you start going too far with it. You get into some serious, some funny business.
Go
Yeah.
on.
That's what you call it. That's what you call it.
Go on, Nick. Where's the line?
Where's that
mean-
funny business?
Yeah.
You can't. As a man, you should never enjoy your own appearance too much.
Listen.
It's a dark
Okay.
road.
In the words of Nacho Libre, sometimes when you're a man, you wear stretchy pants just for fun. That's what you should say next
Yeah.
time somebody asks you about
It's
the
because
pants.
Nacho
Yeah.
Libre.
Listen, Chancho.
But yeah, they calm me down.
I don't know.
I like looking at the patterns.
yeah.
They're soft.
That's like your Thunder shirt.
Soft pants is solid.
Soft pants are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you got to the pain, I was like, yeah, dude, I wouldn't even leave the house. You
Yeah.
know, that's worth it. That's a good explanation
Mm-hmm.
because I saw you walk up with him and I was like, this is not gonna go untalked about.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Fucking, what did you say when you saw him for the first time?
What I think I complimented them.
Yeah. Oh no, because I said I look like half a clown, and then
Oh
you
yeah,
said,
yeah. You do look like half a clown.
and then you said something.
I don't remember what I said.
You said something really funny, and then I went, "Yeah, I look like white dynamite."
I think whatever. I think I panicked and tried not to say what I was thinking.
No, yeah, I
it
get
is.
it. It's ridiculous, man.
I think it's not the shape; it's the material that throws people off.
The material
It's
is
very
what's
silken.
crazy.
Material is like you're talking about men not being able to do certain things with your parents. Like I could never wear mesh. You know,
Yeah.
that's
You've got the figure for it. You've got a
You
mesh
do have
body.
the figure for mesh. It's crazy.
Yeah.
well.
He's got that train spine.
biceps,
Stop
dude.
it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give me some mesh.
Crop tops, dude. I'll throw on a crop top.
I've been
every
doing
now and then.
push-ups. I'll wear some mesh.
dude.
Fucking, yeah.
That's what my MAGA uncle, like, still, like, a couple years ago, he started getting mani-pedis, and I'm just like, where's this gonna end? We'll see. That's the sticking the toe into.
There's a sociopath like American Psycho vibe to a man getting mani-pedis. I think when like a man wears like a matching handkerchief with his shoes, that's when he should give up. That's when somebody should shoot him.
But I mean, these rules. Yeah, I feel like that doesn't apply to black guys.
No,
black
but that's
guys-
completely a different. That's
Well,
a different.
no, it's
world.
not true, 'cause think
or
about-
Indian guys trying
Yeah,
to be black.
think about-
That's another thing.
Yeah,
Your
or Puerto Ricans
hat
trying to be
should match
Indian.
your
I
shoes.
will say it applies to black guys too, because you have to think about Tyler Perry, who is very much a mani-pedi, perfectly, like the beard is like perfectly fucking man.
Also, black fashion and white fashion, two different things.
It's two different worlds.
But, dude, I was on stage.
Never worn purple in my life.
I did
Yeah,
a,
you can't.
I know.
I did a mic at I did a mic on Juneteenth, and I was dressed like this, and I was like, I promise this isn't like a St. Patty's Day thing, and which is funny. I know it's funny.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah, I like
Fucking
that.
crowd hated it.
Yeah.
And I got off stage, and black comic Nishad Barrow, he goes, "This crowd is too white for you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thank you, man."
Yeah, dude. We should. This is Wes McGehee, the blackest comedian we've ever had on the podcast.
Yeah, dude. Fucking black Mark Twain.
Yeah.
Mark Twain was an honorary. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's well established.
That's why they let him call Jim that.
Yeah.
They said you can call
Term of endearment.
Yeah. He's invited to the cookout.
Well, he was a real guy.
Who?
Jim.
I already wove through that eye of the needle.
What a
so-
minefield, dude.
Yeah. Nick, you look like the cousin I'd be stoked to see at a barbecue.
Yeah, dude.
You've got very casual,
brother,
welcoming vibes.
I like it
is-
a lot.
The white
is
shirt and the olive
laundry
skin.
day. All right.
If I was wearing those pants, I'd have my legs crossed right now, dude.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
can't.
look like you're gonna overdrink at the podcast. It's a good look.
Dude, overdrinking for me, it's funny. We went to Ben's restaurant.
Yeah.
What was that? Friday?
Yeah.
You shouldn't let me. I drunk drove all the way home. I had a beer and a shot of tequila,
Wow.
and I walked out of the restaurant. and I was like, I'm not good to drive at all.
I'm so not okay.
See, you know what's weird is there's no way you were drunk enough for me to stop you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But at that point, it's on you.
But Nick,
Yeah.
you really, Nick, you
There's
should-
no way I could know what was going on in your body.
Are you? You should have known, because I was like talking to Ben's girlfriend. I was like, yeah, give me EDM bands. I'll get into it. I was like, give me six. Give me 6 bands to listen to.
And you know what's crazy? Instead of me being like, hey, maybe I should pay attention to my buddy and where he's at, I was like, dude, I'm gonna throw some other bands on top. I got a couple.
It was great, dude. I
Some
put
good
him on.
bands.
While
She's getting me into
She-
the EDM, dude.
I put him on while I was driving home.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
fucking vibing. I was like,
Fucking
anything
good.
could happen tonight, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything.
But, you know.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
cool.
but you shouldn't do that.
No. I didn't.
You could kill somebody.
Yeah.
Dude, what's funny is you say that. The
I
next,
didn't-
the
it's a
next
joke.
night,
But
I had
yeah,
a-
he wasn't drunk driving.
a dude walked in and was too drunk to order ramen. He was like, I need spicy ramen, like just obliterated from the jump. And then, like 30 minutes later, he's like, I hear him talking about driving home, and he's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. Let me be clear. I literally waited before I started driving my car because Twilight had to
Really?
come get. Yeah. I wasn't like.
Okay.
Nick, I'm
yeah,
from, Nick, I'm from a small town in the south. You're good.
Yeah.
Dude,
You're
I mean,
fine.
we.
Black comedian.
Yeah.
No, but that's also just true. I am telling you the
yeah.
truth.
Our first 2 years in comedy,
Let's get those views up. Let's get those views up, people. See
our
that?
Got
our
that.
first 2 years in comedy, our buddy who was about 10 years older than us used to drink 8 beers and drive us in just drive us around Portland like full speed. Yeah, Sam Whiteley. I'll say his name.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
He's got a child now.
brother.
that
he
was the
likes
old
he likes
Sam.
my posts on Threads.
Yeah, he's
Shout
a
out Sam
wonderful.
Whiteley.
He's a wonderful
Yeah.
person. He used
That's
to
a ride or die.
He used to drink about 8 to 10, have about 8 to 10 drinks, and then drive all of underage, like teenage boys around.
Hell yeah,
around.
brother.
That's awesome.
And
Hell yeah, brother.
he would be looking at his phone while he wove in and out of lanes on the freeway.
That makes me feel better though, because then I know you do this a lot.
You
know.
Well,
I don't want to see a drunk
This guy
driver.
sounds like that Matthew McConaughey character, you know?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like,
he had a bunch of
Rust
half-eaten
Cole?
corn dogs in his car.
you know, where he's like, think about teenagers is I keep getting older and they keep saying the same.
Oh.
Yeah, except
that
instead of fucking them, they're just his best friends. You know.
Yeah, he
They
seems
say
cool.
the same age because they all died at the same time in a car accident.
Yeah.
No, I like. You know what? I was having this debate in my head the other day. I don't know what's more what's more dangerous versus what feels better: drunk driving versus texting and driving. And I do think
Did you say sexting and driving?
texting
Oh.
and driving. But
But
Sorry.
at that point,
texting and I do think texting and driving is the superior distracted driving because it's like I've never like. Have you ever fucking won an argument in 80 miles an hour? You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
It's like, dude, I have been in like political, not even debates, just like screaming matches in Discord as I'm going down like Lakeshore Drive, and I'm like, if I die right now as I'm right, I
thought it was
going to
be with like a significant other or
It'd be
your
funny.
mom. If
Yeah.
it's
Do
on
you
strangers on Discord, that's on your own
Let me
time.
think- let me
That's
tell
like-
you
do
something,
you think
dude.
that's how Paul Walker went? You know,
yeah.
Definitely, yeah, he was
with that 17-year-old
This guy in his Overwatch Discord.
I would never if I was arguing with a significant other or family member. That's when I put the phone down in the car. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll deal
Okay.
with that later, dude.
Yeah.
But
It'd be
if
funny
I'm
if they
fucking-
made a billboard of like, this is the last text he sent, but it was that, and it was just you like,
was like-
arguing about a fucking translation of Camus or something.
yeah.
Sorry, that's the only thing I could think of. That's the
You-
only smart thing that I could
there's-
remember you
There's a lot of petty things that I've argued with people about. Really, it would be an argument about like how many units did the Switch 2 sell on its first day.
That's terrible. That's
Something like that.
terrible.
It's crazy.
dude.
Yeah, I would have died for that, dude.
Getting deep in deep waters on like the stats.
I do it all the
PS
time.
Damn,
I do it all the time. When people say Nintendo's failing, I go, you obviously don't have the numbers, dude.
Yeah. Get the numbers in front
get
of
a
you and
Switch
then
too?
talk to me.
No, but I'm rooting them on, you know,
Okay,
from the
cool.
sidelines.
Yeah.
No, oh fuck, I forget what I was gonna say. But yeah, no, it's distracted driving is like so nice. It's one of the all times.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is good.
People ask me if I have a Switch. I say no. I'm a bottom.
Yep.
I'm an obligate bottom.
I had a FetLife account for a time when I was
Did
like,
you now?
yeah.
What is a
yeah.
FetLife
about
account?
FetLife account is like Facebook for people who want to fucking wear leather and get their nipples pinched while they fuck. FetLife's crazy. I don't know what I was
Cool,
doing.
you had a
I was
grinder
like-
account.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, this is straighter than that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like what.
It's much straighter.
This is straighter than the gay dating
What do they
app.
call them? Like rope munches? Or,
I don't think you can
or
say that.
It's like a rope munch.
rope bunnies.
No. It's like a
like shibari.
It's like where you meet up with a bunch of people who like bondage, and then you eat fried chicken.
what?
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like
you
I've heard
guys
of this,
didn't know
actually.
about
I feel
your
like I've
own
heard of this.
FetLife. Yeah, it's called like a rope munch. I think.
Sounds racist.
It's not good.
I wouldn't want to eat fried chicken with a bunch of people I was hopefully gonna like. I don't know what peg or be pegged
Yeah,
by.
that's terrible. It's terrible orgy food, but
It's
it does
awful.
taste nice.
Yeah.
I used to live in a town that would do what do they call it? The fucking what do you call it when a bunch of people get together? I'm an English teacher, by the way. What do you call it when a bunch of people get together for like a prayer service, right?
Congregation.
Yeah.
A congregation. They would do
yeah.
congregations outside of Popeyes.
Do I get a degree?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
oh, that's a good place to do it, dude.
Yeah,
That rules.
that's kind of sick.
Man, I would do anything if they held it at Popeyes.
I grew up right outside San Francisco, so I used to go into we would have Folsom Street Fair.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what that is?
Mhm.
Yeah, people could get piss in their mouths.
Yeah. I
Out
can't
just
believe
there.
it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great. I would never do it, but I think you should be able to.
I
It's like
live.
watching the Bulls run.
yeah, or
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that, or just
Literally
even if
the
I
Bulls.
avert my eyes, you know.
I grew up in Naperville, Illinois. Sometimes we would go to Applebee's.
We're going to watch the Bulls run. This is a bunch of black guys.
Going to watch the '85.
We're gonna go watch the sitting of the Cucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I live down the street
sitting
from
of the
like
Cucks.
the sitting of the Cucks. I live down the street from a like a leather daddy, but also like a furry bar. I think because I'm in
Okay.
Andersonville now, and I don't know. Sometimes I just like. Sometimes I see I'm coming home late at night, and I just feel like Tommy Lee Jones and No Country for Old Men. I'm just like signs and wonders, man.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I wish nothing but the best for all those guys. I hope they find every ounce of happiness they can get in this.
Furries?
Whatever they're doing. I
Oh,
don't care.
okay.
You know
was
who's
kinda
not
lost who
into
you
that
hook-
whole like kink world and like all that fat life, whatever? Hot people.
Yeah.
Well, listen. I'll say there were some hot chicks on FetLife.
Mhm.
There, I mean, deeply.
At that point, I almost feel like it's like a power trip.
Now, are you saying hot as in personality or hot as in the like attractive?
They
like
were
as in-
attractive. There were attractive women on FetLife that I went on.
Were they just attractive?
Were they
because of-
autistic?
Not. I mean, if they were, we were at the same level, so I didn't pick up on it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we are comics. Yeah, fair.
The water was body temperature.
Uh-huh.
You know? Like, no, there were some hot chicks on there. I mean, the thing that was traumatizing about it wasn't like how they looked physically. It was like they were like deeply insane people.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So-
it's like maybe hot, crazy people.
Yeah, because
Crazy
like
hot,
what
yeah.
what was the because there's like hot people fetish, and then there's like I don't know. I feel like anybody who dresses like an animal is not.
Well, that
like,
I wasn't on there for that.
Wait, what
okay,
is hot people
what were
fetish?
you What were you doing?
Wait, where were you?
What were you doing?
Let's get
I
back.
love
We'll
that.
get back to that.
I love the
Don't ask-
condescension though. Like,
don't
oh
ask
no,
it.
no, no.
Don't ask it like that,
Hey,
dude.
well, yeah. What? No, come on. This is good.
You were in
Listen,
their world.
this is-
I got have
listen,
some
brother,
respect.
I got it all out of my system.
Well, yeah,
we
but
were doing some. We were into. I was a 19-year-old man. I thought I had a like a dark like Leonard Cohen streak. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm into BDSM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I like to do a little BDSM.
Young strapping
I
lad,
cannot
dude.
imagine
I,
you fucking
what?
doming. I can't imagine you doing it. I feel like you'd be self-conscious in the middle of it.
No, I didn't used to be because I used to have so much before life humbled me and broke me. Dude, I was such a like.
Before
I was,
God BDSM, dude.
I was such a talker. All right,
Okay.
I would literally. I don't even want to talk about this. This is crazy. When I think about some
Man,
of the
he's
Literally,
changed.
you used to be such a
when
talker.
when I think about some of the stuff that I said to
Sorry, that
women
got
in
me.
bed, like in character, it's insane. I can't believe I.
in character is crazy.
Just
Just saying it like that. Like you're fucking Daniel Day-Lewis.
I hate you guys so much. No, but it's like
All right,
it's like
now
you're-
I'm Nicholas.
Swirling mess.
I'm bad Nick. I'm bad Nick. I'm gonna do bad things.
no.
Good Nick is outside right now.
You're like, I drink your milk.
How dare you talk to me like this? You are gay.
Damn, he's really on the back foot, dude. You really back Nick into a corner.
No, so you just like standard like dominant stuff. You know, like,
what would you
Just cool guy
like,
stuff.
stuff like stuff like crawl on the ground and beg me and all this stuff.
Holy shit!
You said that to a woman? You said that to a woman in this day and age?
Yes, no, not in this day and age. 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
10 years ago.
It was back when it was
more than that,
acceptable.
honestly. And then,
Yeah, I just got a semi,
and then sometimes, if I was feeling particularly spicy, we'd switch. All right, that's
Okay, solid. Okay, so you're a feminist.
yeah, right.
All right, I like
exactly.
that. Nintendo.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yes, Nintendo. Sometimes you want to, sometimes you want to stand on top of the mountain, and sometimes you want a woman to make you feel like total shit.
Did you just say stand on top of the mountain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes you want a woman to fucking.
you gotta don't leave Wes hanging.
I didn't even
That's
see it.
going in my lexicon, dude.
Sometimes you want a woman to fucking pull on your nipples until you think somebody outside is gonna hear, and sometimes you want to be in control. It's and guess what? It ends when you're 27. It all goes right out the window. You're done with it. You don't need to touch it anymore.
I
your parents'
understand that.
insurance.
I agree. Since I've been 27, like, yeah, I don't want to get peed on anymore.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you what.
Yeah, call me 11 years ago.
I gotta say, guys, I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now.
I'll tell you what. A little pee.
That was a sleeper R. Kelly joke.
A little pee now and again is still sort of exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a once in a you can't.
I don't
it's
know
like
why I
you
said yeah
can't-
to that. I don't know. I've never.
You can't get. It's like it's like going on a bender like once or twice a year. You can't be doing it all
Sure.
the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's a decadent. It's a decadent thing to do.
It's
If
decadent,
you're-
for sure.
You know.
And now like if I'm gonna do that, it's like we got to be in the shower. I used to just be like, yeah, fuck your bed sheets, dude.
Yeah.
Like let's just.
Crawl on
Some
the
of the some of
ground.
the sex that I had as a young man, there was so much disregard for furniture and upholstery. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I would never do that.
Except
now.
the mirror. Don't get it on the mirror.
Yeah, well, yeah, I did like that mirror, but
Oh, God.
anyway, You guys really wrenched that out of me.
Yeah. That might be one of my favorites.
You like it when I wrench it out of you?
Well,
I don't know.
Anyway, Wes, how do you be fucking?
How do I be fucking?
Yeah, how are you fucking?
I fuck like.
He gets robbed.
I do get robbed. I get robbed and I edge. That's what happens every time.
Yeah.
I be fucking sometimes. You know, I think women are surprised when I fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
Like, because you're doing a better job
than they would expect.
Okay.
I actually once I had sex with a lady one time. She was like 28 and I was 23 at the time. Right.
Okay.
How old are you now, by the way?
I'm 25.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You're younger than me?
young.
Yeah.
That's insane. You have so much better of a job than I do.
No,
Dude,
that was complete. What is the word I'm looking for? That was just complete circumstance. I just fell into that.
Do you know how often it happens to me that I sit thinking I'm peers with somebody and just find out I'm going to die
I would
first?
say we are peers. Because, look, again, before I got this job, I was a substitute teacher before I got this job, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah. But
I've also been like a house
I
painter,
thought
you know?
you were my age or older
Yeah.
than me. Yeah.
The first time I heard Wes say on stage that he was a college professor, I was like, I didn't even have this conversation with anybody in my head. I was like, he's fucking lying, obviously. Like, 30 minutes, I was like, there's no way, he's a fucking liar. And then, no, sure enough, you are.
Yeah, I'm an adjunct, you know. I'm a fucking, you know. I'm like a contract guy.
But that's very cool. That's a cool job to have.
My fucking students don't think so. They fucking did not. Dude, I had one comment that was like, this guy, he said he was a professor and like fucking, we were gonna like, you know, we were watching comedy, but he was stern the whole time. He didn't make us laugh at all.
Really?
Yeah, which is the best fucking comment I can get as a teacher.
Yeah.
Right? But I'd be fucking.
Yeah.
You said women are surprised when you fuck, which I understand because you're sort of like,
Well, I'm a small guy. I'm like 125 pounds.
Well, I think I would just, maybe they see the pants and they assume that you can't get hard. Even that was my first thought, is I could never wear those.
Yeah, they go, that guy's on Valium.
I'm 28. I still get the occasional
only
random
a man
boner.
who could never get hard would be comfortable enough to
Exactly.
wear those pants. There's too many.
It's
Do you think it's
self-control.
because of the fear of getting hard in public, right? Because again, if I get hard, it's there.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna kick you off the bus.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a problem.
Who's gonna drive these kids?
There,
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
so this is speaking as another 125-pound dude. It's just you date bisexual women.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is,
who
yeah.
you have sex with forever is bisexual women, and
Or repressed men.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I haven't personally, but yeah.
Luckily for you, all women are bisexual, apparently. So
Ben, you have a real axe to grind with this.
I do.
With this whole
Yeah.
thing, man.
yeah, dude.
I can neither
It was
confirm nor
like-
deny this. I need sources.
It was like 8 years of Tinder. That's what gave
Yeah.
me, that's what ground my
Well, you
axe.
should. Well, you should stop living in a major city.
Yeah.
You should go get like a fucking.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Let me
Go out
take.
to
Let
the
me,
plains
wife.
and see some real straights.
Yeah.
let me tell you the sex story.
Yeah. Let me hear the
Yeah.
sex story.
So I'm like 23. I'm 22. It's October of 2022, and I meet a lady. She's 28. Her name's Shiva, and this is how I met her.
Social security number, address.
Yeah.
Please give it to all of us.
This is how I met her. I was sitting across from her at a bar. It was like one of those like U-shaped bars, right, where you can see
Yeah.
each other across. And some guy grabbed her face and went in to kiss her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she smacked him like hard as shit.
Yeah.
And was cussing him out. And then I started laughing. I was laughing because I'm a good person, right?
Yeah.
That's what a good person does when they see somebody get sexually assaulted. And and she looked at me and she fucking went like this. She looked at me and she went,
Yeah.
which is a great move.
That's nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you've
crawl
been
over
beckoned
to
by
her?
some.
I've been beckoned by a hot 28-year-old. This is a gorgeous woman, by the way.
Yeah.
Like way out of my league. I go up and talk to her. Her fucking her voice is out.
Oh, she's like lost her voice.
She's lost her voice from like a concert or something,
the
right?
hottest possible.
I know. I know.
my kink.
A woman who can't talk. Wait, you want to have sex and you don't want to talk? Great.
Hell yeah.
No.
What was that? I can't hear you.
Anyways, we ended up hanging out another night, and we went back to my place, and we walked into my apartment, and the first thing she said was, "Oh, you're poor." Fucking rich lady, right?
Nice.
This lady lives in Florida in like a 4-story house, or not a 4-story house, 4-bedroom house by herself with like 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. This could have been a sugar mama.
Fucking a lady richer than you is one of the most powerful.
It's so cool,
moves
dude.
of all time.
It's so
It doesn't
cool.
make you feel like a stable boy, just like dirt being used by the elites.
If it's a one night stand, no, dude.
If it's
Okay.
one, dude, I've like this lady's come back to Chicago. Like we've had dinner and shit together. You know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
All
So like we're like so cool, right?
Cool.
But yeah, to fuck a rich woman while Ancient Aliens is playing in the background is pretty cool.
nice.
Yeah. So anyways, we had sex, and then afterwards, she looked at me and she went, "I feel like I just fucked a teenager."
She was like, "Don't stop us." Sorry.
That was a reach.
Well, I got 2 out of 3. So.
But yeah, so like as a small guy, you know, I think people like, you know, I guess it just depends on like the size of the person you're having sex with. But I have a surprising dick. I would say that.
Yeah.
I don't have a shocking dick, but I have a surprising dick.
I saw one of your jokes on this is a sore subject for Nick, but I was kidding.
Why? What about?
I was remembering our last. What was it? Was it the last episode?
Where we talked about?
We talked about penises.
I'm convinced he's got a hog, but
It's
Nick?
not. Let me lay this to rest right now, dude. It is not cool to have a big dick. It is cool to have a tiny, tiny penis. That's what's cool. Having a tiny penis that doesn't work and you still fuck is the coolest possible thing.
Okay,
yeah, well, I don't believe
explain.
that you're cool.
Explain.
It's just cool. It's cool. It's cool to be like, yeah, dude, my dick isn't even big. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but why
it's
is it-
small. I made it shorter.
That's why I think he's I think he
They
says
sucked
he's
it in.
got a small dick
Yeah.
to be cool.
Having a small dick is
Why is
so
it
much
not cool to have a big
What's
dick?
cool? A guy's like, oh, I got a big dick. I fuck really good. My dick is so small, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And women come to that. It's
Yeah,
like
he has a
magnet
big
to
dick.
them.
Yeah, he definitely has a big because
No,
that's what I do.
not.
Uh,
Oh, you try to undersell your dick?
No, I oversell my dick all the time.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
and then people don't believe me.
That it's big or that it's small.
All right, I mean, get it out.
We're not
Let's
doing
see
this,
it.
guys.
Take
This
it out.
It's so discussing the length of your penis and your friend's penis is so gay.
6.85.
If any of you,
6.85.
if you guys,
Wait,
if any of
you have it
listening-
down to the hundreds,
Yeah, see, that's not cool.
dude. You know what?
You shouldn't know how big or how small your dick is. You should just assume that it sucks.
I have the dick of a man who's 6'3".
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah,
I measure in AAA batteries. I
No,
throw
yeah. I used to do
Yeah,
a
you
joke
get
about,
20 of them.
about how my dick is so small you have to measure it with the stripes on the end of a dead bee.
That's a good one. That's probably in a book somewhere.
But yeah, no, it's fuck. But sorry, continue with your story about fucking. I was just gonna say, fucking a lady who's like who's like got like $1 million or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like fucking a lady who's like 15 feet tall.
Yeah.
It's like you know what I mean?
Jarvis,
It's like, you're
you're
like,
15 feet tall.
Does it make you feel like you can shoot a bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Feel like you're
Yeah.
gonna be out in the woods playing a flute.
It makes you feel like you can build a fire.
Yeah,
To
dude.
scratch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you feel like you fucking defeated the Philistines, dude.
Yeah. You have a tribe. You've hunted. You've hunted. You gathered. You know.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you think it's smarter, as a person, to have sex with somebody before you go on a date with them, or vice versa? Well, okay. Let's say this.
You could argue the sex is the date.
Let's say this.
Yeah,
3
it's
dates.
sort of a date.
There's 3 dates, right?
Yeah.
And then you're about to start. There's 3 dates, and then you're going to actually date this person, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's smarter to have sex before the first date, or after you start dating?
I would never do it. I like my current girlfriend. We dated for like a long time first,
They
and
still
like
haven't had sex.
yeah, it's crazy. We lived together.
Mhm.
I put
I respect
pillows across the bed before we sleep.
have to
No,
do it.
I just
Do they have like little Japanese girls on them?
No, I can't watch at night. I pull up a chair next to the bed and I go,
yeah.
6 inches apart.
That's why we got a guard dog.
Yeah.
No, I hate casual sex. I don't want to be touched by
Really?
anybody.
But you OD'd on it. It sounds like.
I don't even think I OD'd on it. I just
What, you got a
didn't.
bad
I
heart?
had a few experiences that were enough for me to be like, this is bad for me.
Okay.
I don't like this.
I had those experiences too, and then I just
I like
kept
the joke.
going. I was like, you know what? I gotta bury those bad experiences in good experiences.
See, I don't do that. I just keep going through it. I'm just fucking insane. I had a girl one
You
time.
guys heard it here, folks. Wes has a big dick. He's a black comic, and he has a lot of sex.
White dynamite, baby.
You're basically Bernie Mac at this point.
Kick it, hit it.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I had sex with a lady one time who I was like 90% sure I had herpes, right?
Yeah.
And so I wore a condom, right? It's the only time I've ever worn a condom during a hookup.
You were 90% sure that you had herpes?
No, that she had herpes.
That she had herpes,
right?
okay.
Because she had slept with a friend of mine who I knew had herpes, right?
Ah.
So it was like either she got lucky, or I got lucky because I don't have herpes. I got tested, right?
Right.
Okay. Rock and roll, and
Rock and roll for sure, dude.
but she took a condom off she took my condom off in the middle of sex.
Whoa, she reverse stealthed you.
Yeah, she reversed
That's
stealthed
crazy.
me, and I woke up the next morning and there was a piece of bubble gum in it, right?
Whoa.
And that's a bad experience,
That's crazy.
right?
She Princess Diana to you, dude.
She crashed in a
Shook
car.
hands with the AIDS
What?
patient.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
I'm like, that's what...
Wait, how did she die? She crashed in a car, right?
she was like run off the road, essentially.
That's
by
not
the
what I
road.
meant, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
okay.
I know, but everybody, when you say somebody got Princess Diana, they assume you're thinking of like
Yeah.
horrible
Well, I
death.
qualify.
So wait, what happened to Princess Diana?
She was famous for being like she publicly
stuck in a basement
shook
and then
hands
her
with,
father killed her?
AIDS
With an AIDS
patients,
patient.
and
AIDS
that was like
patient,
a
yeah.
big thing for the movement.
Jesus Christ!
yeah, you could cancel
like you, I'm
that
saying,
woman probably.
She's
Yeah.
Hispanic. I mean, I don't want to.
Oh, you don't want
sure.
to cancel
Okay.
them, yeah,
trying to
no.
protect
Damn,
her.
we got the cross sections.
Yeah.
Who's the bad guy?
You
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
cancel a chola.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
You literally can't.
That should be a
Tried.
t-shirt.
You can't.
Tried many times.
Tried.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand the not wanting casual sex. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
I get
it
it.
bothers. I don't like it. I don't. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like. I mean, I don't like when my friends touch me.
But
you
like,
know,
okay, like, this is what I mean, right? I had sex with a lady one time who we were the same body size, and it was the most painful sex I've ever had because it was just like hips hitting hips,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
bones, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And again,
Start a fire.
if I'm like 3 dates in and then we are like we become official and then we have sex. That's who I'm stuck with, you know. It's
No,
like,
you just know.
Three dates
That's
in,
when
you
the
just-
chemistry dies.
It's not.
Yeah.
You're still early enough that you could be like, look, this hurts.
If
Yeah.
you have sex and it's not good, it's like that's grounds to be like, I don't think we really have something here.
Yeah.
She'll sense that too. You know?
yeah, see, that's my approach towards it is sex first and then maybe dates.
That's well, we'll see how that
I think-
lines up for you. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm
But,
I'm like a Red Fox character.
you are. Yeah.
That's why you.
I've only ever had like
Black comic, big dick from the south.
I fuck first. I fuck first. Then
You want to
I
watch me flip this cigarette in my mouth?
I only have women who I've had like casual sex with and then like didn't date, or women who I date and then have sex. I've never like. Well, I guess that's not true. Maybe when I was younger, I fucked, but then at that point, like the date afterwards is like a charade.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just doing it. I never like dated those women. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you have sex and then you like go out to dinner and then you do the slow fade out of their life.
My problem is like I'm not like that. I had a lot of casual sex, but I would treat the girl I just met like my wife. You know, like,
Yeah.
like in the night, like the
You
night of.
definitely
Yeah, because I'm just
He's
like,
taking out the trash.
well, it's like we might as well fucking have it be a nice night.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna ask you to crawl around like a piece of shit.
Let me explain something to you.
I'm gonna get
This
you
was-
water after. I'm gonna tuck your hair.
Of course,
behind
of
your
course.
ears.
I do agree with that,
I got the Ben. Of course. It
Yeah, but
ended
you
the
made her
minute this-
drink it out of a dog bowl.
No, never. We were both on the same website. All right. It was two consenting adults.
Okay.
I mean, I'm hesitant to call us adults because we were like, fucking, is a 21-year-old an adult? It doesn't feel like it now.
Right.
But listen,
Yeah, she liked it when he would hit her with sticks.
I never.
He would make her pick out the switch that he would do.
I
with.
never in
Go
my
find a
life. I would never in my life.
Yeah, he made her
stick.
pull sticks and they were all the same size.
Nope. That's not true.
That's fucked up, Nick.
Yeah.
I do agree though. I think if you're gonna have like a one night stand, you have to like
Make it a night to
you have to
remember.
fall in love with a little bit of that person.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You know, if
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
sure,
will say
definitely.
though, being like in love with somebody and having sex is just like.
Yeah, and then
know
imagine
what the
they
fuck
steal
I
your
would
wallet
do.
and your cell phone.
Well, actually, I do know it's hard to find.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the best.
Yeah.
Both.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely when you get it, you're like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys have me spiraling. No,
I'm going to start calling you Cypress Switch Nick.
It is true. You do have to fall in love a little bit. You're right. There does have to be. But I used to have this fan when I was younger, and I was having like all this like is this the kind of podcast we do?
It is when I'm on.
When I was younger and I was having all this reckless sex, I literally had this fantasy. I'm like, I'm never gonna settle down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be like, I think I saw that Bill Murray movie Broken Flowers. Where do you know it? Where like he's like this old guy, he never settled down, and then he has to like go back and like visit all the women he used to fuck, and they all still kind of love him because like he didn't have time to like break their hearts. Really.
Yeah, and a woman wrote this movie, right?
No, definitely not. I'm like, maybe I'll just do that. I'll just have like 60 women who I return to when I'm 70, and we sort of like touch fingers a little bit.
It's like when Harry remembered Sally.
Yeah, but it is nice because then you get to see like the awful husband that they wound up with. He like yells at her and is like, hey, I'm not that guy, right? Yeah. Bet you wish you were with me, but sorry, too bad.
That's what I fantasize about is like people from my high school turning into like old, like fat, like. I can't wait. Yeah,
it is a loser impulse. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that is like such a cope where you're like, yeah, everybody, their lives suck.
That's something that I feel like
my fourth grade girlfriend is dating an MLB player, so it's kind of the opposite of that.
I
see her Instagram post. I'm like, yeah.
You had to be like bullied in like some form, like high school or something. You had to be like a loser in high school in order to have that fantasy, right?
To start fantasizing about, oh, she's gonna be fat and her husband's gonna be ugly, and then you look her up and I was like, oh, they have.
Oh yeah, she's like a sweet woman with kids, you know.
She loves them very much. She has a glow.
She saves dogs with cancer.
Yeah. I've got spiders in my bed. You know?
Well, they're bloodhounds, so there's history, but.
Yeah, no, it's the wrong fan. There is you hit this crazy point where like you start seeing all your this happened to me a couple years ago, but like your social media is just every girl that you dated in high school getting married, and you feel like you're turning to stone.
That's where I'm at right now. Is like I have friends who have kids.
What are they doing?
Well, they're in a small town, like fucking small town people are. Never mind.
They're stupid.
Well, there's something. There's something. Small town people.
You can say it.
Yeah, well, I guess I can't say it because I am from there. But like, they're very like they life moves very quick, right?
Sure, yeah.
You know.
They have shorter lifespans, like rabbits.
It moves very quick, and then you hit a wall, and it's the same thing for like fucking 70 years.
Yeah. And it baffles me, the idea, I guess, because like I've moved from like, okay, so this was my move, like town of 10,000 for 18 years. City of 100,000 for 4 years, now Chicago for 3 years, right? So I've seen like a lot of different like life, right? And it baffles me to think like somebody would get married at 23 and have a kid, right? Because that's just.
But when that's the only hot girl for miles, it makes sense. You're like, all right, well, fuck. Everyone, like, I'm gonna lock this one down.
No, so most people, it's like that's like if you're not like a creative person, it's like I think like creative people are like. They view whatever their work or their potential is like, oh, that'll be my legacy. That's what I'm going to invest my time into. Yeah. And regular people are like, yeah, I'll just make a little me and then like put all of myself into him, and then he'll grow up and we'll do that.
Do you think this would be fun?
I'll beat him every day and then take over the farm.
I feel like we're all like at an appropriate age for this. Do you think it'd be fun to get like together with like your high school friends and like do like a betting pool on who's going to have a fat baby?
They all start out fat, except me, actually.
I don't know.
My mom thought my butthole was a hole in my back, and the doctors were like, "No, that's his butthole. He doesn't have any cheeks yet."
Yeah.
Is this why you don't acknowledge it?
She said I caked up quick too. Like within a couple months, it was like.
That's crazy.
I don't think you have any idea how insane everything you just said was. That was crazy. You were a little Ethiopian baby
also,
with no ass.
There were
with no discernible
vultures
ass.
flying around the hospital.
Not to be rude to your mom, but what lady is like, what's this hole in his back? What's that? What could that possibly be?
Well, dude, when there's no ass around,
I think that you could deduce.
This is a family thing.
You're calling my mom dumb, dude?
No, I'm certainly.
I've actually never thought about it, but it's like, yeah, what else would it be?
What else would it have been?
Yeah.
What is she crazy?
Yep.
How big was your asshole?
Just it's like all you have to,
yeah.
Just with no cheeks.
I came out asshole first. They're like, you're crowning. Oh wait.
Crowning. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of my friends are having fat babies, and
Yeah, dude.
That's great.
Fat baby's good. Forget to feed
nice.
it for a couple days, you're good. Yeah. Let it start.
It is crazy when you see kids who have like truly fat children. It's like, what are you doing, man? Dude, how did you let this happen? He's 4.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm scared of babies, man.
Are you scared of having one, or scared of talking?
Like looking at, like, I don't like looking at babies. I don't like seeing nothing in somebody's eyes, you know.
Dude, it's crazy because there was
I think that might be. I don't know if I've ever looked in a baby and thought I saw nothing.
Every baby I look at is just void of soul.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, you know.
You're holding somebody's baby and you put it down. You go to your friend, you're like, I think that baby's a fucking sociopath, dude. Nothing behind its eyes.
You're like, I don't know, the shark eyes, nothing.
I think that baby's like a fucking huge asshole, man.
Baby's got Crystalia eyes, dude.
No, it's funny. There was like a.
That baby likes FetLife.
Hey, come on.
I'm sorry, Nick.
Listen, it was a time in my life.
I'm sorry.
You got to get it out of your system, is my point, and I did.
Yeah.
You do have to get it out of your system.
There was a time in my life when I actually had like baby fever, when I was like fucking like, but I was like 19, and I was excited to hold babies. I was like, I want to have a kid, all this shit. Like, I was like,
Let's remember what else he was doing at 19.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is a little.
He's talking to his baby. He's like, I want you to crawl.
Say daddy. Well, it really is the same. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, it might have been a little baby fever crossover.
That's right. If you're bad, I put you in. If you come, I'm going to put you in your crib.
I get like
to the
baby
girl,
fever.
not to the baby. To the girl, please.
I think I have baby fever because it's just life starts to feel meaningless after a certain amount of time, and you're like, oh, well, that would just solve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but that's exactly what a lot of people have kids because it's like, well, it's just the next thing to do.
Sure, yeah.
But if you, I mean, I don't know, like I know that me and my girlfriend both have like other things we want to pursue that would potentially be more fulfilling right now than having a kid. When you feel like you're at a dead end, that's when you have kids because you're like, well, what's the next thing?
And that's the small town mentality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're creating the worker.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm you know,
Fucking Marxist over here.
You never want to be one of those guys who's like having kids is stupid because it's not. It's obviously amazing, but it's.
Did you see that? Did you guys see that the owner of Telegram has 104 kids?
Oh, is that the guy who they show pictures of him and he's like super ugly and then he's like they're like $4 billion later and he's like hot?
Yeah, probably.
Was he like a sperm donor or something?
No, I guess he was just fucking.
He's really.
Yeah.
No, billionaires get into the breeding thing.
He said
Elon Musk has the.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, right?
Yeah, the billionaires want to spread their fucking their
Genghis Khan.
posterity.
They don't even want to have sex. They just want to like inseminate like fucking Twitter users.
Yeah, doesn't Elon Musk doesn't he like rent wombs?
He's into like artificial insemination.
Yeah.
Really?
Tiffany Fong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, in the future, women are gonna fuck themselves.
And that guy runs our finances?
Yeah.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
No.
In the
Oh,
future,
thank
they're
God.
gonna be like, do you know all of us have a little bit of Elon Musk DNA?
Oh,
It's the same as Genghis Khan.
awful. I hope not.
It's really bad.
He goes, "Oh, I'm fucking moving like this."
Yeah,
Is
does
why
that
I'm a
cancel
retard?
out like the dropping birth rates if we have like billionaires just like making up for it?
I don't think so. I feel like it doesn't for some reason, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, my favorite thing though is like the arguments people have now about not having kids because people now will be like, "You really want to bring a kid into this world?"
Well, no,
and
that's
all this
stupid.
stuff?"
That's like a
That's
millennial
so
thing,
dumb,
right?
dude. It's like, dude, literally every generation before, like 100 years ago, you had to have 6 kids if you wanted 3 kids. Because 3 would die of cholera.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You've made this argument before.
Yeah.
I mean, I think not having kids for like a pragmatic reason is like silly because like your child could die for any number of reasons, right? But I don't know. Not wanting to have kids is also fine. You don't need to justify it.
I just understood why. I shouldn't say this. I'm gonna say it. I just understood marital abuse.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that.
Why? Why?
Back in the day, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Imagine you lose 3 kids.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just rationalized
Yeah.
marital abuse. is what
Yeah.
you-
Yeah.
I get why those guys
I'm
were
not saying
so
it's
mad.
okay,
Right.
but I'm seeing like the.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Well, I did see a thing recently that was it was
Cut
but
that.
To your
Actually,
point.
cut that one.
No.
Oh no, it's all saying it.
No
no
one's
cuts.
just gonna see this. But
Thank you, Ben.
people will hear it.
Yeah.
YouTube's a little rough for us right now, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to put these feet up.
There's
here
a
to get
there's a
our views
band
up.
getting some heat who's gonna hear whatever
Yeah.
you say.
But I saw a thing that was talking about that historically, how like you look at how the crazy shit people used to do all throughout history, and then when you look at it, it's like people for a long time would rationalize. They're like, oh, they wouldn't name their kids until they turned 5, and they thought that people just didn't attach to kids because they died a lot, and it's like there's no basis for that. It's just not true. But people were attached to their kids, and then their kids would die, and so everybody had terrible PTSD in the past and shit.
So people also used to throw shit out of their windows.
Yep.
Onto the streets.
Onto the streets, yep.
Royalty, like the French royalty used to just piss and shit in the fucking castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a fucking bowl,
That's
dude.
such a crazy move.
Yeah,
that would be so good. To go be on the way to an address and you just shit in the hallway and you got a little guy and like bells on his shoes who's got to go sweep up after
take
you.
off 6 layers just to shit on the ground.
Just gotta redo the carpets nightly.
Yep.
Damn, could you imagine how fucking delicate those people were with all those frills not getting shit on their clothes?
There's probably shit on
There
frills.
probably was.
There's probably a
just
common
shit and
Whoever was painting,
Yeah,
do you think like the
definitely
first
what it
guy
was.
to the first guy to paint a fucking portrait, he painted the shit on, and the guy was like, "No, 80, don't paint the shit. Fucking do it again."
do it without
It's
the
a
shit.
perfect ochre.
Fucking
perfect
the original
burnt umber.
the original Queen Elizabeth. She looks like she's in brown face 'cause she just shit.
She actually put so much poop on her face that she killed herself. It's really sad. Yeah. Dude, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, did you see all the weird beauty standards in England where women had would shave their heads to have a bigger forehead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
A
crazy.
lot of that going around. There's a lot of that going around in
Imagine
Japan
your wife
too. But
comes
for the
home, shaved half of
shaved
her
head,
fucking-
yeah. But they would. You look at they would do that. Samurais would do that. They would fucking shave. They would give themselves fucking crazy hairlines, and then the women would do it too. They'd shave their eyebrows off.
I
That's
think if you're
that's the
cutting people up
haircut
with
my dad
swords,
has.
You kind of get it. You can kind of have any hairstyle. I think if you're
Play with swords.
yeah, if you can murder someone with a sword, you get anything you do with your hair is going to be cool because you can do that.
I guess, but it's whatever, dude. You're samurai. You're a dime a dozen if you're a
But
samurai.
it's true because you
in
see all the
Japan.
goofy samurai haircuts where they have 2 little patches or
Goofy.
something.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I agree. They're fucking goofy.
Yeah, a
but
little
it's cool.
goofy,
But
I
then you
guess.
look at it, and at least me, I look at it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool because he probably killed 50 people in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah,
If
but,
you
if,
just
but
see
if
a-
he looked like a fucking dork while he did it,
But that's what I'm saying is because he did that, he no longer looks like a dork.
no, he looks like a dork.
I don't know, dude.
I'm just saying,
Probably
dude.
seppuku you up.
If
Actually,
you-
that has to be killing
if
yourself.
you-
Seppuku.
If you murder 100 people with a fucking bad hairline wearing a dress, I don't think you get any of those numbers. I just don't think you do. You should look like Neo from the Matrix.
Sure.
That's the only way your kills count. That's why the column
no,
boys are
cool
still
looking
goated.
dudes don't actually kill people. It's the uggos that are out there putting in the real numbers.
Just tell, dude. Tell
American
that.
Sniper, it wasn't actually Bradley Cooper. He was a fucking gross dude. It's a gross dude with a red beard. Nobody wants to see that.
Cool people kill people all the time,
Yeah,
dude.
Chris Kyle, maybe his name was cool. Do you hear about how that guy died in real life?
Yeah, he got
They
shot
brought
at a
a
shooting
retarded
range.
guy to a gun range.
Yeah, and he was texting people. He was like, "I think this guy's gonna shoot me." He was
Dude,
texting
it's
his
sad,
friend.
but it's the funniest fucking
Yeah,
story.
he was like, "This guy's crazy. I think he might shoot us," and that's exactly what
They
happened.
put it in the
he did
movie,
not
too.
win that argument at 80 miles per hour.
Is that is that in the movie?
Yeah, it's in the movie. It's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking finish that movie.
Yeah.
You need
I-
to finish it.
It's so. Do you like Clinton?
I do like it. That was not it.
Yeah, American Sniper's not one of my favorites.
All right. Nick stopped it right after he shot the kid, and he's like, perfect ending.
That kid was being bad. That kid was not doing what he
They
was
should have
supposed to.
retconned. They should have Quentin Tarantino that shit.
Yeah.
And just had him fucking kill the retarded kid before. And then it doesn't make sense in the movie. They're like, why did they kill the fucking people who don't know
Fucking
the
Quentin
real story?
Tarantino, American Sniper.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of just the movie that's in fucking Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome. Did you guys see he was in New York. Tarantino was in New York, which he never is. But there was an anti-Israel pro-Palestine protest outside of the restaurant he's in because he lives in Tel Aviv because his wife
Wait,
is
Tarantino lives in Tel Aviv?
Yeah.
his wife is an Israeli singer. He's he posed with the IDF after October 7th.
Wow.
And so all these protesters are outside the restaurant, and they're like, Tarantino! And they start going, feet, 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 feet. And he gets into his limousine, and they all put their bare feet on the windows of the car.
That's
And it's like my goat, but also this is so funny, dude.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think posing with the IDF after October 7th, it's not like October 7th was when the Israel got shit on by it's all the shit after October 7th.
He's pretty pro-Israel. Because Eli Roth is the guy
He's
who
still
I think
trying to get laid.
No, well, I think Eli Roth is the guy, because Eli Roth is like Eli Roth is posting pictures of like Greta Thunberg, like she deserves to be eaten by cannibals.
Oh,
and
damn,
I think he's the guy who got Tarantino into like going to Israel. There's always a guy who like
Gets
takes
you into going to Israel.
Eli Roth
It's like it's a pyramid scheme.
No, literally, like seriously.
He does have a fucking what's it?
I mean, I guess Zionism, yeah.
Zionism is like
Yeah.
it's like they take you to Tel Aviv, you do fucking Molly in like an underground bunker, and then you're devoted to the country for life. That's what birthright is.
I didn't go on birthright, so I think I'm invited to the cookout. So.
No, Ben, listen. When they come for you guys, which they will, I will hide you in my attic. You can. We'll have so many crackers for you up there. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, dude. I think it'll just be like my brokenness will be like my disguise.
Yeah, no, you're not Jewish. You don't
Yeah,
have
they're like,
money.
that guy knows.
I think they'll get me before they get you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm not even Jewish.
Yeah. You're one of those fucking. You're like the guy from American Pie. When I found out he wasn't Jewish, I fucking almost shat myself.
You just call me
Jason
a guy
Biggs
who
isn't
just
Jewish?
Not Jewish, Catholic.
Oh.
What?
Crazy, right?
How could that be? That's like Bill Maher being Catholic.
Yeah.
And then you find out he is Jewish.
It's like Bill Cosby being Catholic.
Well, he was a good Catholic.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby was.
Good Catholic.
Are we
Yeah. We're doing a David
We're gonna get
Jeff
sued
Ross.
by
No,
fucking
Wes,
Jeff
you would've-
Ross.
You would have been in the camps for sure.
I would have 100%
If
been in the
not for
camp.
the fucking hair, for
For
the
the pants, yeah. No.
Yeah, I guess they are, huh?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this guy's already wearing pajamas. We can just put him. He's good to go, dude.
There's guys. This is a gay Jew, double whammy, extra points. Yeah, dude.
The boy in the flower print pajamas.
The boy in the bell-bottom pajamas. Dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, Ben. I'm just. Yeah. I razz on you too hard about that. I don't want you to think that I'm actually like fucking.
Yeah. I am,
So you do. Oh no.
So I do what?
So you do think that I really like am anti-Semitic towards you or whatever?
no.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think I'm just also a contrarian though. So there's what I think about something, and then there's like what I feel like somebody needs to hear.
Sure.
That makes sense.
That is, clip that. That's one of the best things I've ever heard.
And so I can separate. I often do separate the two. And so sometimes, whatever
Have you
side,
ever told that to a woman?
someone's too confident in where they are, which side of the fence they're on. Sometimes I feel like,
Yeah, Ben's whole thing is he doesn't like anybody to have a solid value or opinion.
unless they've really thought about it.
No, Ben,
Well-
that's the most I've ever related to you, dude.
Yeah.
You're on point.
It's not a bad thing. It's just, and this is one of the reasons I don't bring like opinions up with you.
That makes me feel terrible.
Well,
dude.
no, I mean it's deconstructed my own idea about my own beliefs, which I realize I don't believe in much, and because like whenever I bring one to you, you just. It doesn't matter what you believe because
hearing on someone else say it makes me feel like such a piece of shit.
I
you're the
just
man.
know that you're gonna say the opposite of whatever I said.
No.
It's always
And so-
it's Ben has such a move where it's like you'll say something, he'll take a deep hit of the vape, and he'll go, I mean,
What sucks is that here's what sucks is that's my version of becoming my father, because my dad would do that shit when I was a kid, and it would make me so mad. I'd be mad about something. I'd be like mad because I'm fighting with my mom about something, or I got in trouble at school, and this motherfucker would never take my side on anything. He would
Yeah.
always be like, well, where you at? Like, what were you doing? Or blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, can you just fucking back me up for once?
Dude,
and now I feel like I'm that.
I had this exact relationship with this guy who used to be a very good friend of mine, and because he was like an incel, he was like an angry incel, and he needed a little love, but I wasn't gonna give it to him. And he was just he hadn't dated a woman for like 5 years, and I was like, well, maybe you don't deserve to date somebody. And he was like, Nick, everybody deserves love. I was like, nobody deserves love, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but he's wanting like a shoulder to cry on, and I'm like, nah, dude, you need to work on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's honestly what he fucking needed to hear.
I actually agree. That is actually what he needed to hear.
It's no, the strategy works.
Nobody's
great
entitled
when they're
to
not
love.
Your friends.
No, I think nobody deserves love. I don't think anybody automatically deserves love. I mean, from your parents,
From your
parents,
parents,
sure.
yeah,
but
yeah.
romantic love is not a guarantee.
It's not
agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's the incel thing is that they feel entitled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
entitlement is a huge trend these days.
Yeah.
Here's what's so crazy about incels is like dude, women are not visual creatures. If you would be surprised.
All you have to do
If
is
you
be kind of a good guy.
and get it together a little bit.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
get it together a little bit. And truthfully, if you're under 5'6", then you're kind of fucked. But
Yeah.
but
there's small women.
Not even necessarily. Like, dude, I've
Lower
known
those
5'3",
standards.
5'4" dudes. They're not, like
Kevin
fucking
Hart.
all the time. Yeah, well, Kevin Hart, but also just like normal dudes
Tom
I know
Cruise.
who have sex and like
Yeah.
find loving partners. The issue is like
This guy, dude.
you're
This guy's hot.
yeah, I'm 4'11".
I hear
and
girls telling me he's hot all the fucking time.
Wait, no, how tall are you? So I
I'm
get-
like 5'7", 5'8".
Okay, good. So I went shorter than you, so I'm in the clear.
Yeah, I think I'm 5'8", 8.5".
I'd say you're 5'9".
5'9", 5'5".
Dude.
You might be.
I'm 6'1".
6'1" in
I went to the
heels.
doctor and they gave me my height and then it was 5.799.
Yeah, so you gotta take that, dude.
Yeah.
You have to take that.
You can't give it to me?
That's a
Yeah.
pitchfork score of a height.
Did they measure your dick too? That's how you got the 6.83 on there.
If you ever tell somebody you're 5'8", I'm gonna show up with a gun and shoot everybody who heard it. And but yeah, I like the issue with these incel guys. It has nothing to do with their looks, but their looks are like. It's so much easier to hate the world over something that you have no control over than it is to like take into stock things that you have to fundamentally change about the
Yeah, the
personality
Kaczynski
you put
method, right?
together.
It's also
Yeah.
I think
I don't know what the kid.
Ted Kaczynski.
Ironically-
It was just the idea of like Kaczynski was like, I fucking hate the world because the world is like evolving, and he was this really smart guy, right? He went to fucking Stanford or whatever, and instead of being like, oh, maybe I can make a change,
Yeah.
his version of change was like sending bombs, right?
Yeah.
Sure,
It's the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
It's the same idea, right?
Yeah.
Low-key, I do be fucking with Uncle Ted, though.
I do. Well,
He did-
here's the thing.
He
Uncle
did
Ted,
walk the walk.
He walked the walk. Also, he might have been the victim of like an MK Ultra experiment. There's
He,
a lot of.
well, he
for
was.
sure
He was
yeah.
confirmed, right?
So was
but
Manson.
also his personal journals. I was watching a thing on him because I'm fascinated by him.
You look like you're
For reasons that
fascinated.
I don't want to talk about.
Don't talk about it.
And anyways,
You're a professor.
I'm fascinated by him, but in his like personal journals, he's just like a piece of shit. He's like a
Yeah.
racist, like fucking homophobic. So he believes in
Yeah.
like nothing he's spouting off in his,
Yeah.
he's very incel.
Well, he
he's-
wanted to be better.
Yeah.
Maybe than
Be
That's
the
why-
change
You
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 know
wish
what's the
to see
craziest
in
thing
the
about
world.
him is he almost got a sex change. He like free. He was like in the waiting
Is that
room.
true?
Yes, he was going to get a sex change operation, and then
And then
he
Ted
like,
Bundy jumped out the window.
and then he was in the waiting room. He like freaked out and left.
Damn.
I'm telling you, you can look it up. I don't have my phone on me, but he was.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often. Where somebody's like, "Fuck, "What am I doing? What am I? Holy shit!"
Oh my god!
Yeah. They have nets under the windows like an iPhone factory.
It's like no. You're gonna be a girl. You signed the paperwork.
Get back in here. Get him. Come on.
We're gonna shack you up with an incel, man. We got to redistribute.
We got a
this.
quota.
Dude, running out of fucking.
The doctor's like, you were my 4 o'clock.
What am I doing?
Yeah, no, it's, especially getting a sex change. It was like getting a sex change in like what the fucking 70s or 60s. Whenever he was gonna do it, it's like you don't do it. Wait,
Yeah, dude.
give him a couple
Yeah.
Like
decades.
people who got hair plugs in 03.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Could have just waited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's not. It'll get better.
How tall are you, Nick?
I don't know. 5'11".
5'11".
Nice.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
It's great. My driver's license says 6 feet tall because.
So-
Hell yeah, it does.
I told this story.
No.
When I got because they haven't updated it since I got my learner's permit. Like they just sent me a new one. And my license says like 6 feet tall because I was there giving my mom was with me because I couldn't drive yet. I was there giving the lady my info. I'm like, yeah, I'm 130 pounds. Also not true anymore. And I'm 5'11", and my mom is like, he's 6 feet. Honey, you're 6 feet.
Yeah, you just tell them when you get your license, you tell them how tall you are.
And I'm like, I'm not 6 feet. My mom is. It's so. Moms are so weird, dude. She really wants her little boy to be 6 feet tall. What is that?
Why can't you identify as 6'5"?
Should be able to.
Based off of that logic. Also, but I want to say about the incels, ironically, the thing that makes them so unattractive to women is pretty much only that they identify as incels. Because
Yeah.
women, because if you don't identify as an incel, what you are is a virgin, and women love that shit, dude.
Do they?
They'll take the like sympathy tack with you, and then you're not a virgin anymore.
Whoa. Okay. Wait a minute. What are you talking? You.
No, but like if you're a guy who hasn't fucked because he can't get laid,
Yeah.
and you're like
'Cause you can't
ashamed
talk to-
about
yeah,
it,
yeah.
Really? Women will
then
pity
they'll be
fuck
like,
you?
they'll be like, no,
Women
because
will
they'll look
pity
at you and they'll
fuck.
be like, you're a nice guy. No one's ever. But if you, as soon as you identify as an incel, they're like, oh, you're angry about it and you hate women.
I don't think
And
women
that's
will
what-
pity fuck. Will they really pity fuck
Will,
you?
if men
Well,
will
it's-
pity fuck, women will pity fuck.
But also, I don't think there's fundamentally anything wrong with being a virgin. There is something fundamentally wrong with being a virgin and being like, I'm gonna shoot up UC Santa Barbara because none of these bitches will blow me.
I would say even just joining the Facebook.
That's an entirely different thing.
Man, fellas get backed up.
Being
you
a
get
virgin,
up.
fucking, stuff.
Virgin who's never discovered masturbation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't know,
count like
somehow.
You're just trying to fit a square peg into a round hole.
Yeah.
If you're freaking out
excited
because you want to have sex and you can't,
Trying
and
to fit a bullet into a student's head.
Yeah, exactly. And you're just like trying to jam it in there all the time. Like nobody wants to be around that energy.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's a
just hang
feedback
out,
loop.
hold on to your square peg, fucking
jerk off a lot,
and just wait. Yeah, just wait till you find a square.
Wait, you're gonna find somebody. You're gonna have sex.
Because it's just you're full of cum because you're a virgin, but then you keep getting more full of cum, and it keeps making you less attractive to women.
I always wonder about this.
The desperation
with comedians. When did you guys lose your virginity? If you want to talk about it,
I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like what age?
I was 15.
15?
I was 14.
14?
I was 12.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
I was 15.
Okay.
Okay. How old was the
I always
person?
forget you were 12. That's crazy.
9.
Hey, what do they say? 3 below?
No, 12. 12. We were both 12.
Okay. Yeah, 12.
That's crazy.
I don't even think I'm allowed to imagine that. I don't even. I want to.
That's crazy. I'm just gonna bring that up and be like, Noah's fucked a 12-year-old girl before.
I was 12 too.
Yeah.
If you revisit that memory, illegal. You're going to jail, dude.
Well, you know what it was that did it is. Do you remember the bracelets that all the girls had?
The silly bands?
They were like the bands. Like the blue one was a blowjob, red one was a hug or whatever.
Right.
And the black one was
no,
sex.
this is before my time.
So she had all these bracelets, and I remember I was really into church at the time, and I remember she sent me a picture as she broke the black bracelet, and I remember like praying and like being like all right, how do I have sex and like how do I do this and stay right with the guy,
Please, Jesus
and then I
Christ.
just did it.
Yeah. Please, Father, let me get it wet.
First time I got a hand job was on a school bus.
Solid.
That's cool. When I was 13.
Were you, I was driving. Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? The night before.
Who's gonna drive this bus?
The night before I lost my virginity, I got my first blowjob ever.
Really?
And so I wasn't even expecting to get laid the next. I was still walking on clouds from getting my dick sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, life could not get any fucking better. And then the next night, she was like, yeah, we just fucking in an empty cabin at Jew camp.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, I have this. You know how like some comedians are like a lot of male comedians are like, I didn't get laid till I was like 25. Mm-hmm. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe there's just two sections of male comedians, right? Because when I got laid when I was 15 and she was 19, right? Mm-hmm. And it was my bully's ex in high school, fucking rock and roll, but also rape, right? Uh-huh. So I think there's just
15, she was 19.
I was 15, she was 19. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depends on the state, but
Yeah. North Carolina.
Sure, it's okay.
Did she
no, it wasn't okay. So, but like I don't know. Maybe it's there's two types of confidence when it comes to comedy. Maybe at least male comedians, right?
I don't know because I didn't make me that much more. I
don't think it did much for my confidence, and I think also just like.
Or as a kid, maybe it did, but not. That doesn't carry over into like adult.
Sex doesn't give you anything; it erodes you slowly over the years. It can only
it rots you.
It really does.
Yeah. He's like, listen, guys, you have no idea the things that I've done.
No,
the things that I've said, the things that I've whispered into.
ears. I mean,
that might be one of the saddest things I've ever heard. It's just being like, I just want a conversation.
Yeah.
It is so true. It's so true.
Just the stuff that I did, like I just like the situations I would put myself in.
No, you're correct. It is.
I agree with you. I've been there.
It's an emptying of yourself gradually, and then
sometimes
you
that feels great.
Oh.
But cumulatively, it's like not great.
Yeah.
You ever have sex in a zoo with a black girl?
I don't like.
No, I don't like the combination of words you just said. For some reason,
that was crazy.
I felt like me feeling weird about it made me racist, but I'm glad you guys were.
Oh, I did. and I wasn't the one that brought it up. Well, I mean, I did bring this up,
Right.
but she was the one who initiated it.
And you had sex in a zoo?
In a zoo by the elephant exhibit.
Wow.
After hours or like during?
No, during hours. Yeah.
During hours.
I see. Okay,
What
I've
do the
dated-
elephants think about that? 'Cause
the
they
people I've dated
remember
have
that
always
stuff.
been like very sexually driven.
You know what's funny is that I believe all of this, but if everything you said on this podcast you wrote in like a blog, I'd be like, this guy's a fucking liar.
Of course, dude. My life is nuts, bro.
But when you say it, I mean, in person, I believe it.
I've had
This
like
guy too. This guy crazy.
I didn't
Every time
count
I
my-
bring up anything, it's no one ups me with like, oh yeah, I did that when I was 10 years younger, and they're all dead.
yeah.
I don't even mean to. I'm just like that.
Just cool,
It's,
You know, it's just had a bad life.
hey, it's been good. It's been all right.
it's good. Yeah.
I think I think I've had some ups and downs.
Yeah.
You know.
You did something constructive with it.
Yes. And then you just lingered, and then it all kind of started. The magic was lost. And then it was just.
I never fucked in a zoo. I fucked outside, but I never fucked in a zoo.
I fucked in a zoo. I fucked in a high school, in like a piano room.
I hope you were
I fucked
attending.
in a. So what?
I hope you were attending.
Attending?
Attending. I hope
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
Okay,
Again, none of these were like my idea. This is just fucking. The women I date are insane.
Yep.
I once.
The life of a black comic.
Yeah, I know, dude. I once had a lady fucking.
These are all very black comic stories.
Yeah.
These are all Bernie Mac purposes.
I was
Right,
dating a lady who was from the Honduras, and she.
The Honduras?
Yeah, the
So
Honduras.
like it's a chain of islands.
Yeah. Well, I don't fucking know. Honduras. What is it?
Honduras.
Honduras. I think it's
Just
not
from
the
the-
Honduras.
oh, okay.
There's not like it's not a plural of Honduras.
it's like-
There's a reason why we're not together anymore. Anyways, she one day I was like,
South Honduras.
Yo, it's crazy to be a professor and think it's the Honduras.
I don't fucking know, dude. Look, I'm learning.
They bombed
Are
one
they
Honduras,
hiring?
but there's 4 left, so I don't know why they're mad.
I'm gonna go apply for a job and be like, ask me about Central America. I'll surprise you. I'm qualified as fuck for this job, dude.
So she was a Honduran girl.
A Honduran girl. She worked at Hooters.
Okay.
She was also a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And one day I was teasing her, and I was like, I don't like Harry Styles. And then we were in a bedroom, and then she came back into her bed. She left her bedroom. Well, first she was like, take it back. And I was like, no, because doubling down. And then she left her bedroom, came back with a knife, a very big knife.
That's a Honduran
Yeah,
move.
that's
I will
a
tell
Honduran.
you.
Yeah, yep. And then she goes, take it back. And I went, all right, I'll take it back,
Yeah.
And then
it's
she
kinda
showed
cool.
you her Honduras.
No, then we had sex immediately after, right? And right before we had sex, she leaned down in my ear and she went, I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
This is-
All over Harry Styles?
Yeah.
Listen,
Damn.
this is your tip. This is a run-of-the-mill Latina experience.
Yes.
To be totally honest.
But again, if I wrote this as a blog, you'd be like, this guy fucking. What is it,
No,
David
I think-
I
Sedaris?
believe it
That's
the
the
only-
one thing I would believe.
The only guy I knew from Honduras had a machete wound on his face. So they
Yep.
play with
Damn.
knives and they like their pop music.
No, I mean Honduras. Like Mexicans are scared of Hondurans.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, it's like
that's how you know.
what do you bees versus wasps? I have no idea.
Go on.
Yeah, no, the Hondurans are the fire ants of Latinos for sure.
I like them.
Definitely.
I like them. They're
I
fun.
think Puerto Ricans are the wasps because the
Puerto Ricans
knives.
are the wasps. Puerto Ricans are but sometimes you get a nice, gay, friendly Puerto Rican who's been like defanged essentially. And those guys will they'll help you out.
Still stab you.
Yeah. If there's like a rolling blackout.
I will say it has been nice to see them hanging out of the vehicles all over, like that whole weekend. It's good to see them having fun, dude. You don't see a lot of other groups that just as a group are like, yeah, we do not keep our hands and feet inside the vehicle. that is an ethnical trait.
Yeah, it's a very
ours.
canine instinct that they
I do have Puerto Rican envy.
Yeah.
You have what?
Puerto Rican envy.
Yeah, during June.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
You can just do it. You can just hang out of a car and yell.
Yeah.
No one's stopping you.
In LA, we had a Turk.
Keep that.
The Turkish people and the Armenians would sort of do that, but they would sort of like be at war with each other. So it'd be a lot of you're like, I know there's gonna be like fucking
I
limbs.
feel
on
like,
the
yeah,
highway.
Armenians hanging out of the car feels a little Al Qaeda.
Well,
You know?
listen, Armenians are they're Orthodox Christians, so I don't think they would appreciate that at all. They're being killed by Muslims right now in a genocide. So why don't you fucking learn your fucking geopolitics, dude?
Sorry.
All right.
This is coming
Do
from
you,
a guy who
you
just
sound like you're from
You know what's
Azerbaijan
wild
right now.
is I know about all that
Yeah,
from
it's
the
not called the
Kardashians.
Honduras, dude.
Yeah.
I think you know what.
It's just the accent coming out of somebody hanging out of a window. Scary.
I don't,
bro.
I don't have to be anywhere. I think Lily's been outside waiting for us to finish.
Yeah.
So
well, you know what? In that case, we're gonna end this on remember the massacre of 1918.
Oh.
Yeah. Armenian genocide.
Our wounds are still open,
Armenian
dude.
genocide.
Was it 18 or 17? They're gonna fucking kill me for this.
Yeah.
I once told my students the Civil Rights Act was in 1969.
Damn, dude. Everyone, this is what your taxpayers are going to.
All right, Wes, thank you so much for doing the
Thanks
podcast.
for having me. You guys were
Yes, you were a blast. We'll have you back. And thank you guys for listening. Leave comments, leave reviews. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll be back next week.